This week on the Media Virus Podcast, Target finds out that eliminating DEI doesn't bring that. Pardon me. Target finds out that eliminating DEI does not bring back inappropriate stereotypical representations.
Oh.
Dad doesn't play favorites. He plays survival of the fittest and calls the slowest in the herd. And the infection team says goodbye to two legends.
The Media Virus Podcast. Starring Matty Rockdef, the Reverend Professor, Mike Latoris, PhD, the ever-enchanting Miss Riki Rockdef, Big Daddy Stanley McFadden, Grease Monkey Pete, Staff Writer Bill, Rex Couture Moore, and the rest are here on Matty Rockdef's TMVP News.
Hot damn. Do we have a 300th show for you people this week? Welcome back to the Media Virus Podcast. Look, all right, guys. This is the 300th time that we've done this shit. I'm your host, Matty Rockdef, living proof that anyone can have a podcast. And the current lineup is in full attendance, starting with my beautiful wife, Riki Rockdef. Hello, darling.
Hi.
And the executive producer of the program, the esteemed Reverend Professor Mike Latoris, PhD. Good to see you again, my friend.
Good evening, everybody.
And, returning, chiming in from the back seat of this joyride is
Are we there yet, Daddy?
Our resident Chaos Goblin, fully recovered from the surgery to remove the 2-liter bottle from his secret pocket. Colin Chapman, you're looking well, if all things considered.
Feeling way better.
All right, good.
And we'll be discussing my new pronouns next week.
Fantastic. All right, you guys ready to jump into the depths of the internet?
Let's go.
All right, so consider this your safe space for the unsayable, the unhinged, and potentially contagious. Grab some popcorn, lock your doors, and lower your expectations. And let's point and laugh as this world is burning around us.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That's my boss, Matty Rockdef.
You want?
He's the mattiest of all Rockdefs. And that there's his wife, Mrs. Riki Rockdef. She's gorgeous. And me, I'm the Reverend Professor Mike Latoris, here on the Media Virus News. TMVP News.
Now, I found this video, and I wanted to play it for Erica because it's just something. It's a conversation that we've had several times.
Okay.
So, ready? Let's turn it up and
Action.
I don't know why it's not playing now.
One of the most autistic things I do with food is also one of the things I cannot explain to people who don't do it. Hi, my name is Keith, and I'm a late diagnosed autistic. If there is one part of my meal that tastes better than everything else, I'm saving it for last.
Duh.
Maybe it's the crispy piece of chicken. Maybe it's the best bite of the sandwich. Maybe it's the last few fries that are just right. I don't care if I'm starving. That bite is going in the vault. Because apparently my brain has decided that eating my favorite part first would somehow ruin the entire experience.
Mm-hmm.
And here's where it gets even more ridiculous. I will sometimes arrange my food so that I can eat the less exciting parts first, while protecting the best part like I'm guarding a national treasure. Someone will say, why don't you just eat that? Because no, that's the reward. I already mentally planned the final bite. It's not even about being picky. For a lot of autistic people, routines, predictability, and knowing what comes next can be really comforting. And apparently for me, that includes knowing that the best tasting bite is waiting for me at the end. So if you're autistic and you also save the best part of your meal for last, you're not alone. We're out here eating the mediocre bites first, like we're completing side quests, so we can finally unlock the legendary final bite. And yes, I will absolutely judge you if you eat yours first. One of the most
All right,
autistic
so-
things I
Okay,
do
first of all, what are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to. Well, one of the things I was, I'm not trying to say anything. What the reason for it to be brought up is that he said that is the most autistic thing that he does with food.
Amateur hour.
That's like, but that's very specific.
Okay, so what Matt's trying to say is that this is exactly how I eat my food. This is precisely like everything he was saying. I was like, yeah, the fuck and? Because why wouldn't you want to have a last bite? Like, I just feel like, why do you think that dessert's last? Because it's your last bite. It's the most delicious.
So I mean, I would say that you're arguing it's not an autistic trait.
It is not an autistic trait. This guy's just looking. He's a late in life autistic, is what he called himself.
Yeah.
He's just looking for reasons why.
Okay.
People just want to be different so dang bad. You know what I mean? Everybody wants a claim to fame.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, he kind of had a vibe.
I mean, yeah, no, the way that he was talking. I was like,
He really had a vibe.
hello, Tiz.
all right, guys. Well, we're going to start tonight on a bit of a heavy note. Country music royalty, national treasure, and undisputed queen of East Tennessee, Dolly Parton, has passed away. She wasn't just a singer. She gave millions of childhood literacy. She built Dollywood, and she gave us the two biggest reasons to love country music. Let's pay our respects.
What
Well-
are the two biggest reasons?
What's that?
What are the two biggest reasons? I think I missed something.
Her giant country music boobies.
Oh,
Well, the obituary.
that's about her tits.
Yeah.
The obituary officially dropped, confirming her passing.
These motherfuckers.
You know, she's a country music icon.
She's a female icon.
She's a country music icon
100%.
and humanitarian,
She's
Miley
definitely
Cyrus's godmom.
founder of Dollywood. She's Miley Cyrus's godmother. I did
Yeah.
not know
Yes.
that.
I knew that because it was on.
Have you reached out to Miley to pay Miley to pay your respects?
I've not
see if
reached
she's
out, but
okay?
she's on the internet and everybody's posting. I'm loving all of the Dolly posts and the Dolly quotes that people are.
now she was a special lady.
I love her. I was reading a lot of things about Dolly Parton today, and I finally came up with a name for my first book, and I'm really excited. I'm not going to tell you guys, but
Cool.
I'm really excited about it.
Is it Dolly Parton themed?
I
No,
No.
inspired by.
Inspired by. I like that.
I listened
Yes.
to her interview by Howard Stern about a year ago, and it was fantastic. She was just amazing.
I
Just
love.
Just a
Yes,
good.
and
a good
I would
interview.
like to offer my tribute to her. I love Dolly too, and it's a tough day for me because yes, another celebrity has passed who I have rubbed one out to.
Ew. I mean, okay.
That can be awkward.
Is it going to stop you now?
50-50.
Let's see how it goes.
Every time I drive by one of those flags that are half mast, it reminds
Yeah.
me, and I go to full mast.
Well, she had a cultural but I mean, she went from 9 to 5 to funding vaccine research, and she gave away over 200 million books. I know that Isla Ren was receiving books until
May.
when she turned 5.
Yeah.
And we didn't sign that up because
And there's a
boys don't read anyway. So
there's a she's part of a program through the library here in Delaware as well.
Yeah, Imagination Library.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she was a titular icon, a national treasure, and her tits will be severely missed.
You
Definitely.
guys,
Why?
why did you have to make it fucking man showy?
Well, I'm sorry.
Are ya?
I wonder.
Rest in peace to
I
Dolly
wonder.
Parton. But the universe is really coming for our childhood this week because breaking news dropped on TMZ. Legendary actor, Broadway icon, and the ultimate cinema villain Tim Curry has passed away at age 80. For as many people that have, for as many times as Colin has, cranked one out to Dolly, I'm sure there's dudes out there that have,
Cranked one out to it,
or Dr.
Frankfurter.
or
Dr. Frankenfurter.
the bellman, the front desk bellman from
Home Alone 2.
Home Alone.
But he's
Downstairs.
not as sexy as Dr. Frankenfurter.
No, probably not.
Who dresses like a woman?
You've never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Never once.
You've never heard the song Sweet Transvestite?
Never
I'm
once.
just a sweet transvestite. A smooth trans.
So everybody's like internet auntie is like they always come in threes.
Yeah.
Well, he passed away in his Los Angeles home. No foul play was suspected. He was Dr. Frankenfurter on the Rocky Horror Picture Show. He's Pennywise the Clown in the original 1990 It miniseries. Wadsworth the Butler and Clue. That is on Paramount Plus right now. And I want to ask my wife to watch it with me this weekend because I don't think she's ever seen the movie Clue.
Right.
And it's a great movie. And I was watching something a while ago, and Clue, when it came out in theaters, when you went to go see it, you only saw one of the endings.
And there was 4.
And there was 4 of them. But when you watch the video, you get to see all 4.
It bangs them out in order.
Yeah. But I didn't know that. Like, when you went to the theater, you just saw one of them. Like that's
they were trying to get people to go multiple times.
And so like when people
the greatest thing was it was random, so you didn't know which one you were going to get.
Yeah.
So you might see the same one 3 times.
Yeah.
That's nuts. But one of the undisputed kings of theatrical, flamboyant, and unhinged villainy. He's had major health issues and mobility challenges following his stroke in 2012, but he did continue voice work, and connecting with fans for years.
Yep.
Which character is scared you most, more, Pennywise or Dr. Frankenfurter?
Oh, Pennywise, definitely.
The one he played on Criminal Minds, for sure.
What did he play on Criminal?
Yeah,
he was
hard.
He had a whole arc. That was like not just one episode.
So did C. Thomas Howell, dude.
Oh, yes.
Hell yeah. I love me some C. Thomas Howell. Ponyboy Curtis, baby. Gotta love that shit. But from a sweet transvestite to a terrifying sewer clown, Tim Curry was an absolute force of nature.
That's a great band name.
But
ladies and gentlemen, terrifying sewer clown.
Terrifying sewer clown. This one. So we always made this joke that we wanted, like when I was in bands, we wanted to like be with our own, do our own
trouble. Yeah.
Weddings. We wanted to play our own weddings. And we always wanted to go, this one goes out to me fucking wife. It was hilarious to us. And I don't know. I'm not all that sure why, but it's good
Same.
stuff.
Yeah.
You're not all that sure why, or?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Neither of us.
Either of us. All right.
What else is happening?
Well, Target is currently issuing a major apology after pulling a kid's Halloween costume off of store shelves this week.
Who shops at Target still?
Quick heads up, before we dive in, the next bit touches on some pretty offensive tone-deaf imagery. We're showing the screenshot for full context because you honestly have to see the product listing to believe it. How I don't know how it got greenlit, but here, let me pull this up for you.
Oh, I'm working on it. I saw your notes in the script.
Oh, all right. So you're working on it.
No. It's really simple how it got greenlit. It's like if you are not really, really in touch with the history, it's like it's not really going to mean that much to you. It's like you really have to have a grasp of the history in order for it to really connect.
Why? How come this isn't showing up, Mike?
It's asking me to prove that I'm not a robot.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
So the Target officially pulled Kids Glow under Blacklight Circus Clown costume under their Hide and Eek brand after a massive social media backlash. Critics, buyers, and viral posts pointed out that the design featuring blackface covering exaggerated smile and a specific pose heavily mirrored theatrical blackface and minstrel show characters. Now, somebody on Reddit decided that they wanted to put it next to the actual, the trope, and I get what Colin is kind of saying. If you're not really well versed in your racism,
right?
Yes.
But if you look, like, it's this big black.
Can you zoom in on just the thing? Because there's so much on the screen right now.
Can you show just the pic?
Let's see if I can get down to it. There we go.
So this is the costume here.
Oh my God.
And this is an old, somebody had this archived. But it's.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Target's released a formal statement saying, as a company, we know we got this wrong, and we're deeply sorry. The costume is offensive and should have never been part of our assortment. That marks another massive corporate PR nightmare for Target's quality control and approval process.
Again, who the fuck is shopping at Target anymore? Like, we canceled them so long ago. Like, what on earth?
And they're like, oh, well, we didn't mean to sell a minstrel show clown.
Oh, sorry. We didn't have anyone to tell us that this was offensive.
Well, all right. So
maybe they should go get an HR department.
Target claims they're investigating how this got past product reviews, but standard rule of thumb is if your clown costume looks like it requires a time machine back to the 19th century, drop it. You know?
You know what I was thinking of earlier?
What's that?
So, like, you know how a lot of people are like, my culture is not your costume.
That's how I feel when I see people wearing punk rock shit for Halloween.
So we have a hat that we just got at a party last weekend called a paiva, and it's like a Puerto Rican jibaro, like a farmer hat. So it's kind of like a sombrero, but it has like the edges aren't like together. I don't know how to describe it. I'm sorry.
It's a straw hat.
Yes, it's a straw hat.
A rustic straw hat worn by
what's it called?
In Puerto Rico.
Paiva.
Oh, is there PIVA? PAV. All right.
A.
PAVA.
Oh my God. PAI.
That's why it's not a popular hat.
V.
A. Matt can't spell it, so he'll never own one.
It's a pava hat. I thought there was an I in it.
Ooh.
So we have one of these hats now because of a party that we went to. And I just was thinking, hold on, let me back up. The theme of the party essentially was like a jibaro theme, like a Puerto Rican farm vibe
But
theme.
isn't that the same theme we had for your dad's 60th?
And so it's the same theme that I had for my dad's 60th birthday in 2025. When I had this birthday party, there were no decorations to be found
Right.
for this theme of birthday party. So I had to kind of make it up as I went along.
Sure.
and you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And now these decorations are the fuck everywhere. On Temu, they have the hats, they have the flowers, they have the white chair, they have the coqui frog, they have invitations, they have so many things because of Bad Bunny and his popularity and everything that he did with the Super Bowl and people recognizing that like Puerto Rico's thing. So anyways,
Don't forget Erica being ahead of the curve on this.
and okay, listen.
You're a trendsetter. That's
One
why-
thing about me is I will find a trendy thing and make a party about it. I did a mushroom theme for a baby shower. The next year, everybody's mushroom themed.
Oh my god.
Anyways, so I'm just like, hold on. So if somebody dresses like a jibaro for Halloween, am I going to be like, my culture is not a costume?
I told you about the time my parents sent me out as a Mexican, right?
Yeah, you
With
did.
the
That's
sombrero.
terrible.
Okay.
But like, I just feel like that's the point of Halloween, like to dress as something. So when you're wearing a geisha outfit, when you're wearing, you know, the outfit that's like looking like Gandhi, if you're wearing whatever it is that you're wearing, like it's to dress up as something. And I just feel like I'm not offended by the geishas. I'm not offended by the native chiefs and the Pocahontases.
Well, no, because there's not a real reason to be. It's not done with malice. Nobody said, you know what, I'm going to go out and try to offend somebody tonight. In all honesty, it's stuff that's likely done in tribute. No matter how misinformed or
Right. It's
or
just like a fun
mouthy.
thing. Like I've never worn a real kimono before. I would love to wear one.
Yeah, you know,
Or like whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'm not one of those people that's offended by people wearing Halloween costumes.
No.
A cultural thing.
and, you know, I'm the kind of guy that's like, hey, what's cool in your culture? You know,
Yeah.
show me. You know, if I go someplace and, you know, don't necessarily take me out to eat, you know, take me to your grandma's and we'll eat grandma's cooking. You know, I'm
100%. I just don't want to talk to anybody though.
Especially your grandma.
Oh,
She's so
God.
racist.
why do you bring white people? Why do you bring white people to our house?
It's okay. We have lamb.
Moving on. I don't know. Over in Japan, one father took bad parenting to 12,000 feet. A story just broke out of Mount Fuji about a dad who decided that his 7-year-old child was holding him back. Holding him back his personal summit gains. So he literally abandoned the kid on the mountain to reach the top himself with his older son.
You got to leave the dead weight back at the last checkpoint. You're never going to make the summit.
I mean, dude,
It's logical.
I've literally been thinking about this, and like, that's a pretty, back when I was a kid, that was a pretty common punishment. Like, if to, all right, sit here till we're done.
Yeah. Oh,
And then like if you're on like I've been on hikes with my family, and sit here till we're done is something I've had to do, and then we're stuck.
you can't go on. You meet this bench.
Right here, sit here, and we'll be
Gen
back.
X kids were just tougher.
We were just abandoned most of the time. We were just accustomed to it.
Yeah, we can handle it.
Learn how to live with your decision. We'll be up there.
But it was a trail station. Like, it wasn't just a random spot. Like,
No, it was the last camp before you make the summit.
you know, and like, instead of staying or turning around or staying with the kid, dad pushed forward to the summit. And apparently that's
It's like 2-3
but
hours.
dad taught that kid a lesson. All right. Keep up or, you know, you get left behind. It's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? It's better than, you know what, dude, how many times I've been put in the car?
You go sit in the car.
Go sit in the car, and it's like summertime.
Don't put the windows down.
Yeah.
Don't turn on the air.
Go breathe the hot air and think about what you did.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, but this made the news. That was like fucking Memorial Day when I was a kid. You just got left behind. All right, Colin, are we hanging on your sports report, or do you want to?
I think we probably ought to come back around to it because we're running a little tight on the time.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Then we'll cut right to. Hang on, I gotta find the.
Dun, 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 dun.
Where did it go? Oh, here it is.
Is that me?
Well, yes. This one though.
Who's breaking up? Who's making moves?
If love goes south, then you need a choice.
Love goes south.
Alpine divorce.
Ain't your lawyer's voice.
Riki's relationship report.
Oh, all right. Okay, everybody, stop what you're doing. I found something on the internet that I genuinely did not think still existed. A successful marriage that's not mine. And not one that's been successful for 6 months while they're waiting for the Netflix special. I'm talking about 80 years. 80 years. That is not a marriage. That's a fucking hostage negotiation with anniversary cakes. People magazine spoke with a couple who have been married for 80 years. And after 8 decades together, they were asked the question every couple wants answered. What's the secret? And their advice was beautifully simple. Listen to each other.
What?
That's it. That's the secret. Listen. Not win the argument, not post cryptic Instagram stories, not unfollow his mother, not hire a divorce coach and then claim you're following them for a friend. Oh, that was somebody.
That was a reality star.
Yeah.
I don't remember who.
Oh, Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Rula's husband.
Yeah.
Just listen to each other. And I'm sorry, but after watching reality television for as long as I have, that sounds completely revolutionary because apparently the average modern relationship goes like this. How was your day? Fine. What's wrong? Nothing. You're clearly upset. I'm not upset. You just slammed the door. I closed the door.
Delore. Sorry.
And then 3 hours later, somebody's crying in a bathroom on Bravo. Meanwhile, these two people have been married for 80 years, and they're basically saying, have you tried listening?
Huh.
Well, back. Maybe they're onto something. Think about how much has changed during 80 years of marriage. They've lived through multiple wars, multiple presidents, the invention of television, the moon landing, the internet, social media, reality television, and somehow they made it through all of that without one of them posting, some people show you who they really are, with a black and white photograph of themselves staring out a window. That alone deserves a congressional medal, honestly. And here's what I love. After 80 years, they're not giving us some complicated formula. They're saying every morning we meditate together for 45 minutes. They're not saying, we have separate bathrooms. They're saying we maintain a healthy 14-step communication framework. They're saying, listen. That's it. Apparently, the secret to a successful marriage is the one thing most people in relationships are absolutely terrible at. Most people just in general, not even in relationships. Listening to the other person. And you know what? I'm going to try it. Although I should warn my husband, if I start listening to him after all these years, he should probably be concerned. Because once a woman has been married long enough, silence isn't always peace. Sometimes we're just gathering evidence. I'm Riki Rockdef, and this has been Riki's relationship report. And remember, love may be complicated, but apparently listening is harder.
Riki got the tea, got the latest. Who's breaking up? Who's making moves?
All right. Thanks, babe. You did a great job.
I know.
Oh, as always. Well, that wraps up a completely unhinged A block. We've mourned icons. We've dissected Target nightmares, clown choices, and judged a dad who traded his toddler for altitude gains. But don't go anywhere, because coming up in the B block, we're joined by a guest who proves God definitely has a sense of humor. He's a stand-up comedian, a cartoonist, a homeless shelter director, and an actual ordained pastor. Pastor Matt Smeltzer is in the house. We're going to be talking how he balances faith and stand-up, performing at Zanies in Nashville, and why he voluntarily runs ultra marathons when nobody's chasing him at all.
What on earth?
I know. Grab a drink, lock your doors, and stick around, because B block is coming up next.
Matt, I'm going to roll a promo. If you do 2 songs and another promo, I'm going to check on my wife and I'll be back for B block.
All right. Well, I'm going to run the promo.
Reunion getting a little civil? Fix that with Rent a Conspiracy. For only $19.95, we'll send Uncle Gary to explain how birds are government drones. Upgrade to our deluxe package, and Aunt Lydia spends Thanksgiving proving the moon is a hologram. Need a wedding ruined? We've got a grifter posting as a bachelor party hooker that the best man stiffed. Both ways. Need Christmas destroyed? Lizard people. Need a school board meeting, buddy? We've got inventory.
Not responsible for divorces, blocked phone numbers, or relatives who suddenly start podcasting from inside a pickup truck.
Rent a Conspiracy, turning every family gathering into an FBI watch list. Since last Tuesday.
Forget everything you've ever known about the end of your legs. Now introducing Feet. Perfect for standing, walking, even kicking furniture at 3 a.m. and instantly regretting every decision you've ever made. Available in left, right, and that one completely normal one with the extra long second toe. From the makers of Hands, it's Feet. If you ain't got them, you've got a problem.
If you ain't got them.
If you ain't got them, you got a problem. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Then I am going to go over here and do this. Come down here.
I do have a whole other.
All right. And we are at.
Yeah, I've got another file I need to open.
Need another second?
No, go ahead.
All right. 3525.
It's the media virus spreading all around. We're a pack of morons stuck here on the ground. They feed us the lies while we just stand by, drowning in the noise as the truth walks by. It's the media virus taking control.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the B block of the media virus. Tonight's guest is a man who proves that apparently God has a sense of humor and occasionally lets it out of the building. He's a pastor, a comedian, a cartoonist, a homeless shelter operator, and an ultra marathon runner. Yes, an ultra marathon runner, which means at some point in life, Pastor Matt looked at a perfectly reasonable activity like sitting down and thought, you know what would be better? Running 50 miles, questioning every decision I've ever made. He's also lived in Guatemala, performed stand-up comedy, and appeared alongside some seriously funny people, and somehow managed to combine faith and comedy. Two things that have historically gone together about as smoothly as a priest and an open bar. Although, I think most of the priests I know would do really well at an open bar. But what makes tonight's guest so interesting, because we spent a lot of time asking what happens when comedians get serious. Tonight, we're asking the opposite. What happens when a pastor gets funny? Does God approve of the punchline? Does the congregation heckle? Congregation? The hell is congregation? The congregation heckle? And most importantly,
the roof.
Does Pastor Matt have to confess to jokes before or after he tells them? He's a man of faith, a man of comedy, and apparently a man who has decided that one career wasn't enough, and he wanted to ruin all of them tonight on the Media Virus podcast. Let's welcome Pastor Matt. How you doing, Matt? Thanks for joining us.
Good. Man, this is such a cool show. I love your theme song. It's a lot of fun.
Thanks for joining us, Matt.
Thank you so much for coming.
It.
You know, my name is Matt as well, and it was
why?
Well, I threw that on there. You know, that's just my little thing. But my parents explained to me that Matthew meant gift of God. And then explained to me that sometimes God has a sense of humor. Like I was a gag gift.
Right.
So have you ever heard that one before?
Not the gag gift part, but I definitely heard the origin of the name for sure.
Oh, yeah, the gift of God, but you don't have the trauma of saying that your parents telling you were a gag gift. All right, well.
Right.
That must be nice for you.
Yeah, it must be really nice to have, like well-adjusted life. No, but you're a comedian, so there's no way you're well-adjusted. So tell us a little bit, like how did these two? Now I can imagine, how they correlate. Like you're getting up, you have no fear of getting up in front of people and talking, right?
Yeah. Well, that was a big component. That really was. So cartooning actually came first, and I think that was a big thing that came into play with it, because for about 30 years, just writing gags. And, I used to work at an animation studio doing low budget commercials and special effects for films. But, teaching.
Did you do any commercials we might know?
I don't think so, man. It was mostly local stuff, Castle Motor Oil. We did some for Xerox, but they would hire us locally. It was a small studio. And, but it was still a cool experience. But about 30 years of writing gags, and then, becoming a pastor, like you said, the inhibition of being on stage in front of people, that wasn't there. So I think, one day it just clicked. I said, you know what, I think I want to try this, and hit some open mics and off and running. It's been great.
Awesome.
At the end of the day, it's really the same skill set. Be engaging.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So a lot of it's like listening to the audience, tuning to what they want, being able to deliver a message, right? So it's like, I always say like kind of like a drive home conversation. If somebody's saying, what was he talking about? I was like, I don't know. I have no idea what he was talking about. You got to make sure your premise is good, so they understand.
Now, do you kind of work like some parable, some lesson work into your comedy?
Not yet. I hesitate because my heart, I would really like to, but I also, I don't like being corny, so it's like, I don't want to force it just for the sake of forcing it. So it has to feel authentic. So most of my stuff right now is just stories just from life. But I just always work clean but they just know me as Pastor Matt.
Yeah. And I got to know,
oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I think I got to know Matt through Joel Byers' Clean Comedy Contest. And one of the things that
we kind of figured that, dude. We didn't think you were like having beers with the guy.
Yeah. And one of the things that I pay a close attention to is I'm looking for somebody who stands out when they do their comedy. And the stuff that I have seen come from Pastor Matt has definitely stood out. And it's like, I wanted to have him on, and also kind of paying attention to him on social media, paying attention to the material that he's putting out there. Here's one thing that I really keyed on. Most of the time with clean comedians, and I'm going to name names because guess what? When I'm spitting facts, I'll name names. Because
spitting truths.
Guess what? But Joel Byers, the sainted Nate Bargatze, and basically every other clean comedian who's actually getting paid work, when you ask them, why is it you do clean comedy? They've got one answer. And that's, the money. It pays better. Well, here's the thing. It's like money is a necessity, okay? It's not evil. It's not good. It is a tool. But you know what it's not? It's not rocket fuel for passion. And one of the things I see in Matt is this is a guy who's actually got the passion to put in the work, do the craft, and you've got the ability to do some incredible things in comedy. Now, I don't know what your journey is going to be, but one of the things I just want to ask you is, what is it that drives you to do comedy? What is it that makes you love it so much that you got to do it, and you're clearly somebody who cares about doing it well?
Please say money.
Yeah, cool. I mean, that was such a cool build up too. I appreciate it.
I'll take the $50 by Venmo.
Sure.
Please say money. Please say money.
But I would like to circle back about the motive of working clean though. But I think what drives me honestly is just the enjoyment of the laughs, and there's so many parts of that, like you put in the work to create that surprise punchline, that story, because all of it's like wordsmithing and you're figuring it out, you're rehearsing it, and then it goes well. But there's something really special about a crowd laughing, right? Because it's almost like you can help someone go on like a mental vacation, like I've had people come up and say, man, I had a real hard week and that was really cool. And being able to go in different environments. I mean, I've done shows at churches and then shows at bars, shows at clubs, but people are people and they just would like to have a good time. So,
and at the end of the day, it's a fellowship activity, right?
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
You get together with a room full of people who want to do this thing, and you happen to be that thing. You get up and tell them a few jokes. It really is. It's a fellowship activity.
Sure. Well, yes. Well, and it didn't even start. No, it's so true. Like it didn't even start off as like a ministry. Like I'm gonna go and do this like a ministry, but yeah, I've been meeting a lot of wonderful people, and you know, it has become like a real fellowship with other comedians and the audience for sure.
Yeah, and there is a verse that says, "Make a joyful noise unto the Lord." And
Sure.
for me personally, I really was connecting with what you were saying, because
you, Rob.
when I am up in front of people and material that I wrote, material I rehearsed, material I just delivered, I realized, oh, wow, now I have to cut out a joke from my set in order to hit my time marks, because I just got so much laughter. It's like that is such, and it's not, it's like, I know it sounds egotistical, but it's not. There is this internal intrinsic joy that I'm pretty good with my words, Matt, but I don't have the words to capture exactly what that feeling is. And
you know,
it's what gets me up in the morning.
Yeah,
it's like,
you know,
it's that juice when you're caught between hitting the clock and telling the joke, and you've got to edit on the fly. It's a good feeling.
You know, another thing, it's kind of like martial arts too. Like there's always, you're never going to exhaust what you can learn in it. Like there's always something to learn. You know, sometimes it's just learning pacing. You know, figuring out ways of like adjusting your set. There's so much to learn. I love hanging out with seasoned pros and just, you know, picking their brains a little bit.
Yeah. So
you ever try to work comedy into your sermons? You ever try to I'm going to try and test this 5 minutes on the congregation?
No, you know, that question comes up a lot, but honestly, I shift gears. Like I never, when I'm preaching a sermon, I don't really want it to be about me. But who I am just comes out. So authentically, I'll say stuff and the congregation will laugh, but
you jot it down for later, right? Oh shit, they laughed at that.
Okay. Sure. Like I just differentiate it. Like I'm not there to entertain them, but it still will come out and they will be laughing. Just because
it's a viable tool, though. You know,
for sure.
It's about engagement. If you can, if a giggle engages enough. You know.
No, but I don't like write it in like I'm gonna tell a joke right here, you know, or do that. But just being, if I'm talking to them, it'll naturally just come out of just who I am, and
Sure. So in your world, Pastor Matt, what is your definition for you of okay, this is clean comedy? So for some people, it's like, okay, just so long as I don't use these certain words, it's clean. Other people, it's like, no, the most important thing is that we are being polite and we are being perfectly safe, which in my world, by the way, polite comedy, the terms polite comedy and safe comedy are oxymorons.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like I can have my mother-in-law gasp at a joke and it still be clean.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
And at the same time, there are other times when I will go in a club environment and I will hear somebody open up and one or all of the first 3 words out of their mouth is an F-bomb, and there is no joke there.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's like there is some place
I'm
in
sitting
between.
right
So for
here.
you,
like
what is your definition of what does clean comedy mean to you?
Yeah, so I have a motto that I just use as a tool. I want to be comfortable with whoever walks in the door.
Okay.
And so I just stay authentic to who I am. So I don't normally speak in a vulgar way or you know, touch on topics that would just be shocking. Well, Well, I mean, I still talk on life topics, you know, but I still want to be comfortable with just whoever came in the door. Yeah.
I think what a lot of people don't realize about clean comedy is the challenge does make it fun.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you look back at some of the early Howard Stern stuff on terrestrial radio, it was only fun because he was dancing around a rule book that someone imposed.
Sure.
That was most of the fun.
Like, there's still nothing funnier than taking something that is completely like innocuous, something that is completely, innocent, and then picking just a word and bleeping it out.
I mean,
there is just something inherently funny about because it just changes the whole dynamic. Like, you know what I mean? Like playing like unnecessary censorship.
Sure. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No, I've seen videos like that for sure.
That was originally a Stern bit. Was the reason I brought it up, because it's everybody has done it. Opie and Anthony stole it. Kid Chris stole it. Like every radio host stole that bit where you're if someone's saying, oh, he's a really friendly guy, you
just put some beeps in there.
You just put some beeps in there. You know what I mean?
You could do that with this.
Yeah, no, we're probably going to.
It's funny. But I remember hearing a Seinfeld interview one time, and he said like he knows, like, just for lack of better words, like the taboo area where you shouldn't go, but it's real fun to see how close
walk
you can
as
get.
Close to the line.
Right.
Walk as close to the line as you can possibly get.
Yeah.
We have friends that join us later that don't know. I've never seen that line.
Right.
They don't know it exists.
Hey,
we try to show them. It's way back there. Back there. We gotta go.
Sure.
We gotta go find the other. And we're talking the wrong side of it.
Yeah.
We tried our hand at unnecessary censorship.
Yeah, we did. You want to?
Back again. You're a and a and if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest would be from me, and the attached would say you will be. That's great.
Yeah.
So we're obsessed with Golden Girls.
So Pastor Matt, you and I are both fans of Shane Smith. I got to take my wife and sister-in-law to see Shane Smith at my favorite comedy club of all time, Sandman Comedy Club here in Richmond, which sadly no longer with us, one of the greatest comedy clubs ever. And I got to spend some one-on-one time with Shane Smith. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Shane,
he's a minor league baseball player, number 48.
Different Shane Smith.
Oh,
he is
I'll keep looking.
He is a comedian with tattoos on his face. And you look at him and you think, oh, this dude.
Oh, that guy is friggin' hilarious.
Yeah. He is hilarious.
He is so funny.
He is a absolute sniper in terms of his comedy technique. One of the things that resulted in Shane really blowing up is he got to do dry bar comedy. And some of the material I do is absolutely appropriate for dry bar. Some of the material I do is absolutely appropriate for Kill Tony. And like what Matt was saying earlier is like, I adapt to what my audience is going to be comfortable with. Shane comes out there and in all of the signs on the club, in all of the advanced promotion of this show, it was made really clear. This is an adult 18 plus show. There will be adult content in this show. But because he had been on Dry Bar, people didn't believe what the club told him. This was my first experience watching a comedian unintentionally walk 6 people from the audience.
Wow.
Okay. And Michael Sands, man, I love that dude to death. I wish I could get in touch with him again. I miss him so much. But Michael Sands is actually talking to people afterwards, like, well, it's like one of them actually, well, we just didn't believe what you were telling us when you said he was going to do adult material, because we saw him, he was on Dry Bar. That means he loves God. It's like, well, he does, but he also does comedy club material here.
It's like people didn't realize that Bob Saget was a comic, a stand-up comic, before he was America's favorite.
And the most
dad.
foul.
Oh, terror! Yeah, amazing.
Okay, I mean,
he had the best version of the Aristocrats.
100%. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but talking to Shane after the show, seeing him being sad that they left, understanding of where they were coming from, and very, very humble. And he actually, and this is something that I don't know that anybody shared anywhere before, but Shane actually got Michael to give him the phone numbers of the people who bought the tickets so he could just call and make nice with them. Okay. And to me, it's like, okay, I need to learn from this man right here. And just seeing what a technician is. What's your takeaway been? Why was Shane listed as one of your favorites?
I'm a storyteller comedian. So, and I think he's like a grand master. I mean, there's like one of his sets is, it was so funny. He snuck onto a semi-pro football team, and he tells this whole story, and I actually transcribed it just because I was so fascinated. Like, I listened to it several times and I transcribed it, but it's like a half-hour long story, but like punch after punch after punch throughout the whole thing. And he's just amazing, man. He'll take you on a ride through a whole story, and there's not like a dull part in there. And so I'm fascinated with storytellers like that. I really am.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, like I said, it's like coming from me, when I spot somebody who I describe as a technician, it's like that's somebody who actually has put the energy into understanding what is funny. If I've got an idea and maybe it's not that funny, what can I do to make it funny? And to quote Jerry, or paraphrase, I'm probably not going to quote him exactly, Jerry Corley, a real comedian can take any coherent grouping of words and turn it into something funny. And that's one of the things that I see from Shane Smith. He's that kind of a technician, that kind of an absolute comedy sniper.
Yeah. And he brings a lot of joy to it. I mean, he's just great. He's definitely someone fantastic to study. One of my favorites.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ali Sadiq is another great storyteller too. Yeah.
I love his Father's Day bit.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald was a fantastic storyteller.
You know what? I was going to bring up that Norm Macdonald was my favorite comedian, and one of the reasons is he was completely kicked. He was kicked out of the state of Iowa.
Well, Norm and Shane were good friends.
Well,
yeah.
No, I love Norm Macdonald.
Oh my goodness, man! The other day I was driving and listening to Norm in the van, and I was eating, and I was like, almost, I thought it was going to be my death. I was choking because it's just so funny.
Dude, that bit that bit on the crocodile hunter on the Jon Stewart show. He's like, I'd say that's a ripe old age for a crocodile. You know who had to be pissed? The crocodiles. Hey,
So-
you hear the crocodile died?
So one of the things that
It's
you
a funny
kind
thing.
of intimated since you've been on with us is at one point you were an animator, cartoonist,
Yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah.
gags, and then something happened, and then you became a pastor. Talk with us.
Oh.
I'm curious about that journey.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of overlap. So even when I was in art school, there was like a curiosity or something like boiling in there. So my major was art, but then my minor was religion. But then I just flipped it.
Mhm.
I just had a passion for learning more about God and helping people, and yeah, and it just kind of just took over my life like that. And a lot of the things I realized, like I don't have to drop one and pick another one up,
Mhm.
right? So it's like, oh, I can spin this plate and be a pastor, and I can do cartooning anytime I feel like it. And then I realized that with comedy, I don't have to drop one and then do the other. I just keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Nobody on this podcast is doing just one thing in life.
No.
For sure.
No.
For sure. I think that's kind of with the way the creative minds work. It's kind of like a kid playing, right? It's you just get so curious about something and just want to just try it.
No, and when I got ordained, part of what drove me to do it was gay marriage was hotly contested and was coming close here to Delaware, and I said, you know what, I've got friends who want to stand in front of each other and make this commitment, and I want to see that happen. Why wouldn't I be the guy who just makes it happen for them?
I saw a joke on TikTok recently where the guy's like, I don't have a problem with gay people. I like gay people, but I'm against gay marriage because, I'm a Christian and I believe that a marriage is between a man and a child that he purchased. he went up and gave the parents a donkey and said, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think from an early age, my father and grandmother would take me to a Catholic church, and it was ingrained in me. It was really important. But then I think in life just went my own direction, but it was still a seed that was planted. In your
pastoral work, is it are what denomination is it? Catholic?
It's non.
It's just
non-denominational.
Non-denominational.
Yeah.
How the hell do you get tax write-offs for that?
well, you could call anything a church, I guess. And it'd still be a non-for-profit, but it's a non-for-profit, just religious
like
organization.
the founder? Are you the founder of the church, or did you find a?
No, this church has been around for 51 years. I became the pastor when we were moving back from Guatemala, and they were looking for.
What took you to Guatemala?
To plant a church. I was working. I started going there for about 20 years, back and forth, doing short trips. But a lot of people there, if they have any disability, they're oftentimes ostracized. So I had a lot of friends there that were caring for people with disabilities, and one woman had a group home for some men with physical disabilities. So, and sometimes they weren't allowed in church, or if they wanted to go to church, it wasn't accessible. So we actually started a home church right in her church and brought in a Guatemala pastor. It was a beautiful thing that took place.
So it was in her home, and it was in congregated there.
Her group home.
Oh, it was just like a service for the group home.
Yeah, but the people from community could come. So we started a church for the community, but in the group home.
Did you get a lot of attendance from the community?
Yeah, I mean, it was like kind of like a village area, so I would say 15, 20 people would come. I mean, it was cool.
Did you learn how to tell jokes in Guatemala?
Well, my Spanish was not that great, but
No.
It definitely gave me stories that I still use today, for sure. I have one of my bits is about being lost in Guatemala, and just relying on the people to navigate me back. But that was a whole story in itself.
One of the gentlemen that we do another show with, he's done some missionary work, and his stories are quite filthy.
Sure.
One of them included him being served a dish that he was unaware of what it was. And then I'm pretty sure it was called tronco. Was that right?
That's what he says.
Tronco?
Yes. Tronco.
Tronco. And it was the penis of a bull.
Okay. Okay. I have not had a trunco.
You have not? Okay. So
but the night is still young, so we'll see.
we could go anywhere, you know what I mean? Like, but that's about as tame a story as I could relay. But I mean, what type of disabilities would these, like, was it something that, like, just being blown out, or just like you beat yourself up enough and you can't function anymore? Or was it people with mental disabilities? Was it just
so mostly physical, like sometimes CP, sometimes an injury. See, the thing in a place like Guatemala, there's a lot of different Mayan beliefs. And so one of the prevailing belief is you must be cursed by the gods. That's why you have this disability. So people would oftentimes ostracize people with whatever they did.
Right. Because you don't want that curse rubbing off on you.
Right. So it really could be anything, but it's typically people that are not ambulatory, that they're using a wheelchair, and they're relying on help from this group home.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then what brought you back to the States? Just you got tired
I was there. Yeah, no. I mean, I went so much, and I'm going again in a couple months with my son, but it felt like it was time, because I had the Guatemala pastor in place, the church was going, and I always feel one of my biggest ministries is my family. So I felt like it was best to bring my family back here and do whatever I had to do to care for them. Yeah.
So in your current ministry, I see you run a homeless shelter?
Yeah. Bethlehem Family Ministries. So it's a homeless shelter for families, because very often if a whole family is experiencing homelessness, they
that's a
have
different organism. Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to place them, right? Because there's men's shelters, there's women's shelters, but it's like, what do you do with this whole family? So so I operate shelters for the whole family unit. So it's always a scattered site model. I have 2 homes, and we also turned one of the rooms in our church into an emergency room. And in the winter months, I take over part of a motel so people can have their own room. But yeah, just for families.
What led you to doing that? Like, where's the impetus of, or the right word?
Well, so that one I was the director of programs for a shelter, and I can still almost like hear the phone call. A woman called me. She said she had a house fire and her family was going to be homeless. And I said, well, if you split up, we can help you. And it was like, as it was coming out of my mouth, it was like, that's a bad, like, it's like, that's not a good answer. And like, as soon as I said, it's like, man, there's got to be a better thing. So I just started working on family shelter.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the more incredible things I've heard on this podcast. That saying something that was like, oh my God, I can't believe I just said that, led to actually being able to help people in a really meaningful way.
I just regret the stuff I couldn't believe I said.
So what is your moonshot, comedy wise and ministry wise? What is it you want to accomplish in both that you haven't yet?
Well, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, and we can archive this for when it happens, but I'm aiming at Dry Bar. I'm telling you.
Okay.
It's that's my pursuit. I just it feels like such a natural fit, just because
Absolutely. No,
I'm a clean
100%.
You know, and it's so the more I work my sets and just keep getting it sharper and sharper, it's just like, man, it's coming. You know, like
I think that for you, I think that that is an extremely achievable goal and here's one of the big reasons why is that beyond the two of us in that specific contest, I don't think there's anybody else who really is in tune with what their comedy voice is. You and I both have tuned into exactly what our comedy voice is. I think our good mutual friend, somebody I absolutely love, Johnny B.
He's great. He really is.
He is fantastic.
Yeah.
I listen to him when he's talking naturally and I watch him performing and I'm begging him. It's like I'm not hearing the real Johnny B.
Yeah.
It's like there's this one step. And maybe it's because of working for the school system for so long, it's been beaten out of him. Okay. That would be a reasonable explanation. But it's like, I pay attention to you. And it's like, oh yeah, this guy's got his voice.
Yeah.
And he's not afraid of his voice. And game recognizes game. And so
I appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
But you can definitely hit dry bar. I'm like, that is such a within reach goal.
I mean, if you can play Zanies on October 27th,
that's coming, man.
Then you can make it to dry bar. You like that plug I just worked in there out of nowhere?
Well, and actually the day before too. So they added a show on the 26th. It's called Nate Land Live. So Nate Bargatze started a show at Zanies just for clean comedy, and so they build a lineup of clean comedians. On Mondays. So Monday, the 26th of October, I'll be at Zanies doing Nate Land Live. And then Zanies on 27th of October, me, Brian Bates, and Rick Roberts, and Drew Davis. It's going to be a really cool show.
Cool.
So here's my challenge to you, Pastor Matt. This is my challenge to every clean comedian, and usually I give this challenge in a one-on-one conversation, but you know, it's like, we'll just keep this between us.
Right.
Okay.
Sure.
As a clean comedian, strive to do material that's memorable, because in the clean comedy lane, memorable material does not happen. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's why I love stories so much. Like, you remember stories, you know, and I gravitate towards that a lot.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
but that's my
good ones are
challenge.
Storytellers. You know, one thing we haven't touched on are these ultra marathons.
Sure.
Running over 50 miles, to me, it just seems like a fast way to meet Jesus early. Dude, what are you running from? Seriously,
well, you know, man, I don't know. I always say it's good to find an exercise that you like, you know, so someone that might be walking or just riding a bike or swimming, but there's something about that. Like, I like conquering the impossible. So for me, it's like, just started off 5K. It's like, okay, let's take this a little further. Let's go 10 miles. Let's go a little further. But even there's like some correlating things, you know, almost like with comedy, because you have to like learn pacing. You have to learn things about yourself. You have to learn how to be prepared. So there's so much that goes into it. But I think in a nutshell, I like trying to conquer the impossible. And
well, I mean, I've heard that the body, like one of the, can release an endorphin. that mimics or is very similar to the effect of cannabis.
The runner's high.
The runner's high. So I'm just wondering, are you an addict? Like, do we need to have an intervention?
Right, like, I can't get enough of that runner's high.
You just try drugs, guy. It's way easier.
Right. Yeah. No, I that certainly is enjoyable. You know, it's like you go for a long run, but then you feel like, man, I still got some more energy. But yeah, I mean, there's highs and lows with it too. You know, I took up running, not like you, for Christ's sake, no, but I took up running last year. After now, I'd always been an overweight man, and I've always been a heavy smoker. But I quit smoking about 5 years ago, and then 2 years ago, I started running. Out of nowhere, and I'd lost a toe, my big toe. So one of the reasons I stopped running and just found other ways of exercising was the toe next to that one got jammed way up into my foot, and it really hurts. So I do some time on the treadmill and do some other aerobic, but 50. That sounds. I do 5 miles on a treadmill, man. I'm winded. I don't want to give you the wrong idea. I'm not at my age. I'm not racing anyone. I always say it's me against the volunteers, because if you don't get to a certain place by a certain time, they'll close the race. They
close the race, right?
Right. So I just go at my own pace and, do what I got to do. But when I do the headlining, I've been building a whole story of the ultra marathon, because there's so many components about that, that are. I'm
sure there's a lot of funny funny things that happen. Like, do you ever start to hallucinate?
Well, there is a part in the story where I got to mile 40 and everything died, and I was like, man, why am I doing this? It's like you're questioning everything, and, So there's definitely more reasons to. I could have reasoned with myself that 40 miles was a hell of an accomplishment. Sure.
I'm sure I could have figured that one out real. It's like I would have reasoned to myself that 15 miles. Was you know what? A mile is a major accomplishment.
No, but respect to you for that.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's an amazing. You've done a lot of these things that were like, you know what, mate, let's risk that. The heck with it. Let's go to Guatemala. Mm-hmm. That sounds dangerous. So let's go to a homeless shelter. That sounds dangerous.
Yeah. So,
wrestle a crocodile.
I meant to look this up and I didn't. So I'm just going to ask: have you written a book?
2 children's books. Yeah.
Okay. So, getting outside the children's genre.
Yeah.
If you're gonna write a book, because you've lived a life.
Yeah.
What would the title be, and what would the through line be?
Man, it's a great question, because I've already been taking notes on something that's been brewing in my head. Lately, I've been formulating a cool topic for a book just called The Opener.
Oh, I thought it was going to be how to run from your problems.
Well, it's just I've learned so much, stepping into this journey, almost being humble and learning how to just stay in your lane and just approach something new, so it's almost like a lesson for anything you're doing new, because people have been really receptive to help me, because I don't come in cocky and arrogant. It's like I'm just trying to learn this craft, and so a lot of cool things have happened early in the comedy journey that I thought were really noteworthy. So I've kept a journal on this whole journey, and but I think that would be cool. Just the opener. I don't know, man. I mean, there's so many different aspects of life, but I guess in time.
Mm-hmm.
My wife's writing a coloring book.
Yeah,
that's not even a joke.
Is she drawing it or just?
No, she's using AI.
Okay, all right.
But she's she's very particular. Like she is constructing this coloring book around her friend group. It's cute. You know what I mean?
AI is a good tool.
It was something to say. I couldn't think of anything. So
you felt the dead spot.
yeah, no, I was gonna say because you were mentioning humility and like I was gonna say like if I have a flaw, it's that I'm too humble.
Yeah, I'm the most humble.
I'm the most humble you're never gonna meet anybody as humble as me. So
what I miss.
A whole bunch. We've been going through stuff. We've been talking to Matt.
We actually have been. I think Pastor Matt is going to have a special service for you this Sunday. And
I get that a lot.
Yeah. It's an exorcism.
Yeah, exactly. That actually leads to one of questions that we kicked around. It's like, is there any joke that you do that people like, oh wow, a pastor just did that? I can't believe a pastor did that joke. Is there any kind of topic you kind of go into that people wouldn't really expect from you?
I don't know. I mean, I think there was a story I had that I still think it's such a funny story. My wife wanted to breed dogs. Okay. So, but it's like, you know, so she wanted the hyperallergenic dog. And so there was a poodle and there was a Bernese Mountain Dog. Those are two big differences right there. So she wanted.
There's a joke right there.
Oh, I know, because the dog wasn't connecting and doing what he had to do. So she wanted my help to do it manually, and I said, "It's not going to happen.
I'm not jerking off the dog.
Right.
Not doing that.
It's not going to happen." So I had a joke about, like she's asking me for help, and I lit some candles, put some music on, but that's about as far as I'm going. I'm not, and so I think that story might have been
and so Pastor Matt, I actually truly believe, and I think you're absolutely capable of doing it, and it's your story too. It's like, I think that is one of those jokes in life that is funniest if you're not explicit with it. If you leave the explicit part unsaid, and you just do it with.
Yeah, you can make jokes about manually manipulating a dog, but you just don't say I was manually manipulating.
Well, yeah, it's just like, the whole shock of it. Like, this is not going to happen. I'm not.
It's one of those jokes that for the parts about what you don't say, and you fill in with a silence and a funny look into the audience.
Yeah.
That I think that's one of the underrated skills of the clean comedian.
Sure.
Is that most clean comedians want to talk too much. When I'm doing, especially right now, it's actually all my comedy where I'm actually cutting my target words per minute down further and further and further, and allowing the physicality and the silence to do way more of the work that's way beyond my talent. But
nothing is funnier than you.
Silence is way funnier than me. But it's like, but clean comedians want to use 160 words a minute, and I'm like, I want to try and get that down to 80.
Yeah.
Okay, and
leave a little in what you don't say.
Exactly, and it's like, and when when you have a need to make it appropriate for whatever audience, and it's like, and I had so before my shows, I have a conversation with my booker. and that is, listen.
With your hooker.
Booker. It's like, I am like your favorite dish at an Indian restaurant. You can order me in mild,
I'll give you the shits.
medium. Well, I do that too.
I'm sorry.
Spicy, or oh my God. Okay, you tell me. And this booker says, you know what? Somewhere in the mild, maybe, how about medium to spicy? Okay, fine. So I go down there. I've got my set list. I have my jokes planned out that I'm going to do for this set. So I'm standing off backstage. The person who did the booking was the MC. He goes out there. He's doing 10 minutes. But before he does, he leads the audience in a word of prayer. Not only a word of prayer, but a word of prayer with women in the audience holding both hands in the air, saying amen and hallelujah. And it's like, okay, this joke, my opener is gone. This one's gone. This one's gone. And so but fortunately, and in part because
Go out
of
there
the
like
Joe
Sam
Byers
Kinison.
Clean Comedy Contest, I've got like 15 that I did just from that, plus other things. It's like I was able to work things in, tweak ones that were going to be in, basically by saying less. And
Was that at a church event, or was
No!
it at a club?
No, it was at a community event. Okay.
Okay,
And this said,
okay.
well, someplace between medium and spicy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's like, but my job is to read the room.
Mm-hmm.
The following week, I'm in an environment, and it's like, and this woman was crystal clear. It's like, I want you somewhere between spicy and oh my God. And I spent some time hanging out with the audience beforehand. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, this vibe is going to do that. And it's like, and if I'm going to do something, I'm doing it not to shock. I'm doing it because it's funny. I have a joke that, because
Just one?
I am committed to,
That's
when I'm
correct.
doing something that's based on truth, actually sticking as close to the truth as possible. And it is the story of the wildest Uber ride ever. And the way that went down is that passenger went full Samuel L. Jackson on me 12 times in 5 minutes. To do that joke justice to the story, I'm going to use an F-bomb or 3. Okay, but not more than that. But it's like, it's necessary to make the point. But other than that, if I don't have to, it's like I only use it if I have to. It's like, is it funny? That's my job. And then, is it going to fit the energy of the audience? And
Yeah.
and so yeah, there are definitely some ways that my life would be way easier. I just say, I just do clean comedy. I get it. However, I also kind of enjoy doing the extra work of having that range of going mild, medium, spicy. Oh my God. Being able to go from dry bar to Kill Tony is I think that's a skill that I've got a lot of I feel good about.
And to do it with the same baseline material is a whole different trick in and of itself.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Look, the joke that I won the Clean Comedy Contest with and got into the finals with, there is a version of both of those that I have done at a high school post-graduation, post-prom show. And there's a version that I've done in a comedy club environment where it definitely was not appropriate for a high school show.
All right. Well, I got these two questions I want to pose to Pastor Matt before we have to let him go. What biblical character would be the most likely to crush it at an open mic?
Wow. That's a great one.
Good one.
Yeah, man. I would have to just think of like who was like a great order. Like I would probably say, Peter or Paul. I mean, they delivered a lot of great speeches.
Peter would just deny him the whole time.
Well,
Job would be the career open micer who gets up there and talks about his trauma every night for 10 years and doesn't get one tiny bit better.
No, that would be
I don't know,
funny.
but you know what? I mean, in all reality, because you got to think these people didn't have like mics and tech.
Yeah.
So John the Baptist, it said all Judea was coming out to this wild, crazy guy living in the woods.
He had charisma,
right? Eating locusts, and he was probably
That's a good. I like John the Baptist.
He would be kind of like Gallagher.
Job was a good answer too. I like that one too.
Yeah. It's like Gallagher. It's like I kind of get the Gallagher energy from the John the Baptist with the eating locust thing.
Yeah. He was
or maybe a Joe
see,
Rogan vibe. Yeah. No. That's a great question, Matty.
Yeah.
Well, it's on your sheet, so. And I want to ask this one. This one's a good question too, Pastor Matt. If Jesus came to one of your shows, where are you seating him? Are you seating him front row or safely in the back?
Oh man, wherever he wants, but I don't know. I think that kind of goes with my framework. I want to be comfortable with whoever comes in. So if he's there, I don't want to have a different character, persona. But yeah, man, that's
dude. I feel like Jesus knows how to party.
Well,
you know what I mean. I don't feel like Jesus is much of a prude.
Well, it's not so much a prude. He's also righteous. Like he knows what is good and what isn't good.
Right. So if you don't make him laugh, you're screwed. That's a lot of pressure.
He did. He made wine, and I see in hookers. He loved wine and hookers. He loves everyone.
Yeah. So what would be?
And he had a sense of humor. I'll tell you what. So like asking. So where it says the people were fishing all night long and they didn't catch anything, and Jesus says, "Hey, did you catch anything?" He knew.
He's the Son of God.
He knew they didn't catch anything.
So Pastor Matt,
mm-hmm.
Jesus is in your audience.
Yeah.
And you spot him.
Mm-hmm.
What's the crowd work question you're asking Jesus?
Oh man. Well, I mean,
what do you do for a living, sir?
No,
honestly,
Jesus deserves way better than that most lame question in the history of comedy.
It's such an oversimplification. Like I couldn't give you. It would almost like not be authentic to the true.
I'd be like, don't you have better shit to do right now?
Man, I mean, I think.
Like there's wars and shit. You're here watching my comedy, dude. What the fuck?
I'm gonna.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna bow. I'm gonna bow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's when the king walks in, that's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, I guess I'm being disrespectful.
So I think where I'm going with that is, and this is kind of the style I do crowd work. It's like, sir, thank you so much for coming out. What's your name? Jesus. Good to meet you. So, what is the craziest thing while you're up in heaven looking down from the pearly gates? You've seen somebody purchase at 3 a.m. on Amazon. Because I know that he's got a good story.
My favorite meme is a picture of Matthew McConaughey where he's taking a really heavy drag of a cigarette. But somebody put him like superimposed his face on Jesus. It's him like Jesus like, looking at everybody. No? Okay. I ruined the What was the question? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think it's it's sometimes it's fun for people to imagine like hypothetical questions and things like that. But in my world, I think if I was actually standing before him in his glory, you know, those. There's I'm not going to play games, right? You know,
No.
You know.
And I didn't mean to suggest that. It was more from the perspective of if you're in that situation and that happens, I think part of the job is to act normal, like it's just another day of the week.
Well,
and it's somebody who
He's
came
got
to
to see
your
the show, right?
Sure.
I mean,
He came to your show.
He paid
Well,
the
that's the
shekels
thing,
to
is
get
like-
in.
And that's the other part, because I mean, it's like when you, for me, if he were there in the physical, I know he loves me. So it's like I'm just gonna rock this out and let's have fun because he loves
And let's
me.
be honest, it's also like the boss is coming by to check on you at work.
Yeah. right. So no, I mean it's I think I would first just want to you know, be close to him, but I would be comfortable.
Yeah, and that's really a beautiful thing. And we live in a day and an age where it's really popular. It's to goof on people, disrespect people who have faith. And there are a whole bunch of faiths that I can't connect with, but I can still support and respect people for
man. Yeah.
having a faith, having something they can get strength in, which is way more than a bunch of these Gen Z types have got who think, oh, well, there is no God. It's like,
well, you know, I mean, the thing is, man, you know, everyone deserves dignity and love and respect. I mean, so it's like I honestly don't care what someone believes and what they think. You know, it's just like we all deserve love and respect. So
we do. You're absolutely right. I love. That's a great place to put a pin in this, Pastor Matt. I hope you want to come back and hang out with us some more.
Yeah,
we absolutely love talking to you. Okay, so you got the Rochester Fringe Fest on the 25th.
Yep, me and Johnny B actually.
Awesome.
Rick Roberts, October 7th.
Two of the least fringe people I know.
Sure.
Just saying.
I guess if we're calling Christianity fringe now, you know.
Well, there you go.
That's a statement on society all by itself.
Yeah.
Rick Roberts, October 7th, and Zany's in Nashville on October 27th. You know, go check out Pastor Matt. It's a really good, you know, I'm sure he's.
And do you have a dedicated comedy website?
Oh, that's a good question.
No, I mean, I think you can just find me on Instagram and Facebook. People can find me on Facebook, Matt Smeltzer. Instagram is pastor_Matt_comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's you and I touch base tomorrow on some stuff to follow.
That'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And again, we'd love to have you back on, Matt. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate you guys. I really do.
Hanging out. We appreciate you. You know, you're an up and coming comedian taking your time to come on our little struggling podcast. Episode 300. We do this every week.
That's cool.
300 weeks in a row.
300 weeks in a row.
That's awesome,
and
man.
You were on a momentous momentous episode. So, and you made it a momentous episode. So thank you so much, Matt.
Definitely.
Really appreciate it, Pastor Matt.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right.
That was a fun conversation.
That was a good time. We had a great time with Pastor Matt. We've got that's it for the Media Virus podcast. But for those of you in the know, we do a little after dark thing that we like to call Standard Assholes.
That's right.
So we'll be back.
That's right.
That's right.
In just a bit.
Mm-hmm. I still didn't hit anything. Hang on.
No, hang on.
You got it?
Sure.
All right.
Attention, small businesses!
Need customers?
Need clicks? Need somebody talking about your business? Professor Mike Latoris has lost his mind! 3 episodes! A block! themediavirus.com.
That's PML at themediavirus.com.